All right, Doug Levi, Strategic Insurance and InsuranceSideHustling.com. Wanted to shoot a video on how to quote in other states. So, we're on this experiment, this journey here. We're doing something that no one's ever done, so far as we know, quite like what we're doing in terms of helping agents across the country quote in a variety of states, leveraging the strength of our agency. We're best practices agency, top 1% in the U.S., where you've got access to carriers, service team, training, support, sales contests, all kinds of things. So with that being said, and as I've dug more into this, the insurance distribution system is old and clumsy a little bit. That's the reality. And so we kind of get at times, well, how do I quote in other states? What does that look like? And it really depends on where you're at when we're saying quoting in other states. So we're based home here is in Clearwater, Florida. A lot of our agents are in Clearwater, but we have agents all across the country now. I mean, we've got agents in Texas and Michigan and Georgia and Pennsylvania and California and a handful of other states. So home to you may be different than home to someone else. So I realize that. But what I'm just going to try and present is really how we've tried tackling this so far. Keep in mind, we're constantly reviewing and working on making our process more efficient in terms of how we can train you guys, get you the info, and really put you in a place to win and help your clients out, okay? So I say all that to say, really the first part to start as we're checking carriers in other states is going to our toolbox, okay? So our toolbox is getstrategicins.com/toolbox, tool-box. Haven't already bookmarked that page, I highly, highly recommend that. We have a lot of good stuff on here, okay? You've got key contact info. You've got links to trainings, a variety of things. You've got links to our fact finders. A lot of stuff here. Other videos we have on that. Sake of time, I'm not going through all that. One of the things that we have, though, is a Google Doc that says licenses and company appointments, other states. Okay? So you want to open that doc. This is really your first place to go. And here's what I want you to think about. From a distribution standpoint, we've got a few things that we do. I've got a handful of carriers that have said, Doug, we like what you're doing. We believe in you, and we're willing to appoint you anywhere. Okay, those are really carriers like Nationwide, Safeco, which is Liberty Mutual, and Travelers. Those three specifically have pretty much said, hey, wherever you want to go, just a matter of paperwork. Great. And then really our approach has been is we have agents in a particular state. We'll start opening the state up, getting the licensing, doing those things. So the first thing you would want to do is go and check here. Okay. And some of this stemmed from one of our longtime advisors and agents, one of my favorite people, Amy Young, said, hey, I got a client in New York. What do I do? Refresh my memory. Help me out here. So, and I don't have all this memorized. And obviously it's a process and needs to get updated. And we've got processes on the back end to do that. But in this document here, you'll see the states, you'll see the carriers, and then whether we're approved there or not. Okay. So in New York, we have Nationwide, Safeco, and Travelers Direct, it looks like. That being said, you would then be able to go into your portal, in your EasyLinks quoting portal, because we've got those states, and you should be able to get quotes directly in those states through those carriers. Okay? That's step one. You always want to check here first, see who we have and what you can do here. And here's why. These are direct. Anytime we go direct, you're going to get more commission. It's going to be a smoother process from a service standpoint. It's going to be just better always around. Okay? If for whatever reason we can't, or you say, well, I want to check some other carriers, no problem. We have a solution for that. We also have, and this is in our on our password list, and we literally have it, so hopefully it stands out a little bit. It just says out of Florida market access, superior access underwriters. This is another company, MGA, that we partner with, where we have access literally to all 50 states. Okay. Now, keep in mind right now we're licensed in about 22. I anticipate at some point in the next, few years we'll probably be, in all 50 states. Right now we're in about 22. If at any point, by the way, you want to say, well, geez, where are we currently licensed? What states do we have access to? This is a really nice picture on when you log into Superior Access in their map here. Anywhere in yellow is where we're licensed and have access to. Okay. So you're primarily Southeast, Northeast, with the exception of a few states, and Southwest. It's really kind of the middle of the country that we don't have a lot of appointments or agents in yet. Okay. So then you could also do this and say, okay, well, I need a quote in New York. I can click on New York. I can tell the system what I need, personal or commercial. I can click the drop down here and maybe I need homeowners. Okay, maybe I need a dwelling fire. I click on that. I click proceed, and it will then tell you any other carriers that they have. So they also have Chubb. They also have United Property and Casualty. Okay, so those would be some additional carriers that we would have. We could look and say, okay, well, if it was homeowners, you can see a variety of carriers here. Now, you'll see Safeco and Travelers. We already said if we have them direct, we don't want to go through Superior Access because you'll get more commissions. We'll get more commissions. It's just better process all the ways around. Okay. Anytime you add a layer of an MGA, obviously they've got to have skin in the game. It's got to make sense in time for them. That's perfect. No problem with that. But this is going to show you the other carriers that we have access to, right? Excuse me. So you see MetLife, Encompass, National General. So you say, okay, well, now what? Well, from here, and if let's say, and we'll just kind of do this, let's say it's not something that you would do through EasyLinks. Then you said, I want MetLife. I love MetLife. My client loves MetLife. We have MetLife in New York. Let's do it. So we want MetLife. Okay, great. So then you would click on MetLife, and then the system is going to pretty much walk you through from here. I'm sorry, you actually click the Get Quotes, and then you would say Add a New Client. And then it's going to be follow the bouncing ball. I've done this a handful of times. It's really fairly easy to do, but you're just going to have to go through and follow their process here. And then it should give you a proposal at the end. If it doesn't, they may have some more underwriting questions, which you would then have to follow through and get a proposal back on. But so again, just high level, guys, what we're talking about and getting access and working in other states is you would go to the toolbox. You would click the licenses and company appointments other states. That's going to take you to this Google Doc. Okay. It's going to show you some of the direct appointments. We also have, again, we kind of highlight here just for ease of use, this little visual map of, okay, where are all the states that we're at. If you've got one and you say, oh, great, okay, like California, we have Nationwide, Safeco, and Travelers. Great. You would go into EasyLinks rather, and run a proposal just like you normally would. You would just highlight that state, that address, and it should all pull through from there, okay? If we don't have it for them for whatever reason or you needed more access, that's where you can go into this Superior Access through our RoboForms, click on the Market Finder, click on the state you want. The application is the same every time. Let's say I need a Texas. I click on Texas. Say maybe I need a commercial policy. Say I need a commercial auto in Texas, okay? And it's going to show me the carriers we have access to, and then I would follow the bouncing ball working through here to get the proposals. And that's pretty much it, guys. So I hope that's helpful for you guys. As always, I encourage you to take massive action. Do something today that's going to help you achieve the life you really want, and dream big and make it happen. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.